Hi. So, we're playing this game called Operator. Uh, I kind of skipped the intro because of how boring it is, but I'll get into it for real. You'll understand how this works soon enough.
Tanner, I need you to follow up on an investigation started by a previous operator. I'll let the agent working the case bring you up to speed.
Oh, please. Tell me you got something. God damn it! Who are you? Great. Every goddamn time we get a new operator, it takes me twice as long. I got a life outside the FDI, you know?
Yeah,
Interests, hobbies, full-blooded passions. I don't have time for this.
I don't have time for your yap.
I got a missing persons case out here in Dryfield, Nevada.
Oh,
Connie
you could've
Moore's
started
her
with
name. I canvassed the area, talked to the locals. I can't believe I'm saying this, but everyone thinks she was abducted by aliens. Middle of nowhere, hot as hell, sandy. Calling it a small town would be an insult to small towns.
Who the hell would want to kidnap this person?
Look, I think it's bonkers, too. Another weird thing is, over the past year, 4 people in Dryfield have claimed they've been abducted. And every single time they reappeared somewhere in the middle of the desert out here about a month later. Connie's story's the same. She was. Popped back up yesterday. Collected her testimony myself. She had a camera on her. Naturally, I'd like to look at the photos. But to do that, I gotta go through you, an operator. Lucky me, right?
Oh my days, shut up.
There's something off about all this. I mean, beyond all the talk of little green men. Just look for something that doesn't add up, okay? Here are the files.
Oh.
Connie Moore claims to have taken a photograph of a UFO. If you're of a more rational mind, operator, most likely she did not. Your objective is to find a shortcoming or problem with said photograph.
I don't know. That's there. Oh!
Jackpot. Connie said she took that photo the day she disappeared. Clearly, she didn't. Maybe the aliens did funny things to her brain. Maybe her brain was funny to begin with. Do me a favor. Locate the position on the map where she supposedly snapped this photograph. All right. Now check this spot out. Guess I gotta do a little hiking. Probably sweat my goddamn
So I've got a virus. Hi. Maybe it's because I'm I know I can check my plate, but it just doesn't. Something. There it is.
Operator Tanner, are you there? Agent Walker told me that your connection was suddenly cut. And when I tried to contact you, you were offline. What happened? Hal? I thought we had taken care of that problem. I will look into this matter immediately with our cybersecurity department. The second shift of operators has arrived. You can go home now, Tanner. See you tomorrow.
I don't
And
wanna.
don't be late.
Bro, I'm actually scared. I'm scared of literally a horror game. Wait, is it? I don't want to put. Full play. This isn't a full played, man. Crime solving, so it's not a horror game. It's just giving me. I can't tell what's happening. Are we stigmatistic? Do we have a stigmatism? Yeah, I can't do this, bro. It's too. Oh, can I skip this? Good content. That's it. Finally! What is this typewriter crap?
Hey, pal. So, tell me, how'd day number 1 at the FDI go?
Horrible.
Everything you had hoped for? Yeah, well, I wouldn't worry about him. Xavier doesn't even like his own mother. To be honest,
Who says
no, I
Xavier?
probably shouldn't say anything. Ah, sorry, buddy. My phone's ringing off the hook here. I gotta run. But hey, great job. And, just keep plugging away, okay? I'm proud of you, Evan. Operator Tanner, Agent Pendle has an update on yesterday's case. I'll patch her through in a moment. But before I do, I wanted to let you know that from this point on, you'll talk to the agents directly. Time to cut the umbilical cord. However, as your supervisor, I'll still be in the background monitoring your activity. Oh, I almost forgot. Our cybersecurity department is looking into this unfortunate matter with Hal. You can be assured that it won't happen again. Of course we will, Operator. This is the FDI.
Good morning, Operator Tanner. So you remember Ray Wells, right?
Of course.
So I checked out the address you gave me, but no sign of Wells. Then I get a call from Vice, and guess what? Wells was found dead in a downtown parking garage early this morning. Shot. Point blank range. Now I'm working 2 homicides, and it's my first week. Welcome to the FDI, Alexandra. Anyway, The garage has cameras, and I got some footage of Wells. That's the good news. The bad news? I don't have all the footage. Sorta weird, but part of it is missing.
So you're useless.
I don't know. Looks that way, doesn't it? I don't put much stock into conspiracies, but the timing is definitely suspicious. Anyway, think you could take a look? I'm looking for anything that's different between the first and second half of the surveillance footage. Apart from Wells ending up dead and the blood splatter on the pillar. Sorry for the vivid details.
Oh, there it is. Blank. Bruv. Oh, got shot dead. Victim again? Oh, it's just I have a hack, so I'm sorry, guys.
Look at that. Give me a sec, operator. I'm gonna check this out. Well. I just found a bullet lodged in the light's framework. I'm sending you a photo.
How'd you do that in 2 seconds?
Can you run an analysis and tell me what kind of bullet I'm looking at? .45 caliber? I believe that's what the military and police use. Well, that's something anyway. Thanks for your help, operator. Appreciate it. If only we had all of the footage. Anyway, I should get back to the scene. Keep digging and see if you can find anything else about our perp.
guy watching me or something.
I see that you ran the facial recognition software, and 0 matches turned up, operator. That's unusual. In fact, it shouldn't even be possible. Our FDI databases are exhaustive. I'll flag this issue for later, but go ahead and share the image with Agent Pendle.
Wait, I don't understand. How did you get this? Well, this is huge. Thanks, Tanner. I'll canvass the area immediately. Maybe someone has seen our Prince Charming. I'll talk to you later. And thanks again.
Too good. Dad. Ready? I'll help you later. Go ahead, Hal. I'm listening. Good. Now, I'm gonna connect you to another FTI. Where's my camera? Now the aqueduct. Wait, can you actually do that?
Hello, Operator Tanner. Hal told me that you'd be calling. Okay, I'll try to keep this short. About a month ago, I started working on a missing persons case. A woman reported that her husband had been gone for over 48 hours. Almost right away, the case felt different. Red tape all over the place. An unusual lack of cooperation from my superiors and colleagues. Unanswered calls. Suddenly, the FDI felt like the most incompetent department in the country. After an almost endless game of phone tag, I finally managed to get an appointment with a superior. The plan was to sit down and talk about the case first thing Monday morning.
I think she is
That
alive.
Sunday night, I'm awoken by a phone call. The woman's apartment has burned to the ground. And the woman, what's left of her anyway, has been found dead in the ashes. Well, it gets worse. So I started looking into the fire, of course. I couldn't help myself. Plus, I felt like I owed it to Mia. That was the woman's name. Mia Cole. Anyway, it wasn't long before my superiors found out and pressured me to stop. They told me the fire had been ruled accidental, the result of faulty wiring in our oven. They told me I was wasting my time and precious FDI resources by looking into it, and said if I continued, I'd end up pushing papers in a basement somewhere. But that fire, Operator Tanner, that fire was no accident. I can feel it. Mia was murdered. I just have to prove it. That's where I'm hoping you can help me. I'm sorry, but I can't really go into that. Not now, anyway. You just have to trust me. Go ahead and search them in the human DB. The husband's name is Sasha. Sasha and Mia Cole. Please. just another coincidence, right? Look, I don't know why, but someone doesn't want us looking into Sasha and Mia Cole. But we have to, Operator Tanner. It's our job. Who's going to do it if we don't? Can you help me find proof Mia's fire wasn't an accident? You'll take a look then? Oh, thank you. As far as how to access the case files, that's not really my area of expertise.
Oh,
but
I
you can ask
noticed.
Hal. Sorry, I don't understand what that means, Tanner. Despite being, well, a thorn in the side, you have to admit Hal gets results.
What, top left? Oh, application. Hey, are you sure you may know? Never ancient appropriate. It's not organic though. Ah! It's not 420. Wait, one. Yes, it is. Threshold. To 210. For a solid sample, ion size is typically around 6.0 if material is organic. The ion size must be... Alright. What about inorganic? That's so stupid.
I knew it. Faulty wiring my... you know what. This was no accident. Someone started this fire and killed Mia. But why? Maybe I'll end up at a desk in a dark basement somewhere, but I'm going to keep digging into this. It matters to me. I grew to know her. Mia, I mean. With our line of work, you try not to get emotionally involved. That's what they teach you at the academy anyway. Almost from the start. And usually, I can turn the switch off. I learned to do that. Feel
Am I
nothing.
high?
But with Mia, I just never could. She wanted to be a singer, she told me. That was her dream. And I'm not exactly an expert, but she did have a good voice. Really. She was...
I'm definitely high.
wanted to find you.
This is probably her singing.
Someone killed Operator Tanner.
I don't care.
Mia and her baby. Are you still there? Oh. Anyway, thanks, Operator. Because of you, I finally have proof. Knowing Hal, well, as much as someone can know Hal, I have a feeling this won't be the last time you and me work together.
I don't want to talk to you again. Oh, I know that. I'm not reading this out for you guys. You guys can read it yourself.
Operator Tanner, can I have a word? I see that you've been looking into the database entries for Mia and Sasha Cole. You want to tell me why? I see. In the future, I want you to avoid anything related to Sasha and Mia Cole. It's a closed case. A total waste of your time. And if by chance something else pops up concerning the Coles, and this is very important, you come to me right away. Understood? I'll talk to you later.
guys. You've made it this far and you're not subscribed. What are you waiting for? I could count possibly is.
So who the hell am I talking to this time? The same operator Tanner from before? Good.
That's Agent
You
Walker.
haven't been fired. I was afraid I'd have to explain this goddamn case all over again. I went back to where Connie said she took the photo in the desert. You remember, right? Where she said this, flying saucer supposedly landed. I didn't find a flying saucer or any aliens breathing their last wheezy breaths or anything like that. But I did find something else. I found that too, Tanner. But no, that's not what I meant. I found stones. A bunch of stones lying there on the surface of the sand. I'm no geologist, but they look funny to me. Like they'd been moved, put there for a reason, you know? So, I call it in. Because I'm sure as hell not gonna dig
Yeah,
myself, Tanner.
rocks.
Not in this suit. A team arrives an hour later, and they start digging. Sure enough, under one of the stones, they find a body. Advanced state of decomp. They dig under another stone. And lo and behold, this time they find an entire skeleton. Turns out, we're standing on some sort of desert graveyard.
Bro.
Hard to say, but I counted more than 100 stones. If they're all grave markers, well, I'll let you do the math. Yeah, messed up, right? And judging by the size of the skeleton, it belonged to someone young, Tanner. Real young. Look, I won't beat around the bush. The medical examiner has finished a preliminary report on the skeleton, and they found what they believe is a photo of the victim in the sand, buried there by the bones. Never seen that before. Any chance you can take a look at all this and get me an ID, Tanner? Let me send you the files.
This what I was mean. I might just decline this call next time though.
Well, it's taken a while. Hard to access the satellite out here in Roswell. Dryfield.
Roswell, why the hell is
Okay.
it Roswell?
Looks like it went through. About goddamn time.
The skeleton appears to be female, estimated at 9 years of age. Starting the examination now. Initial observations show well-preserved and intact bones. No visible signs of trauma
If
or
a
damage.
9-year-old has
The
trauma,
subject is
so-
missing her left incisor. The rest of the dentition looks good. No decay or disease is present. Moving on. Here's something interesting. One of the metacarpal bones on her left hand, the metacarpal 3, has a slight curvature. You don't see that a lot.
I don't yet.
So, to summarize, the subject appears to have been a female, approximately 9 years of age, with a missing left incisor tooth and a slight curvature in the metacarpal 3 in her left hand. Based on the level of decomposition, the body appears to have been buried for approximately 6 to 8 months. Further testing and analysis is needed to determine the cause of death.
Identified the goddamn body with what? Oh, what was her name again? Gabby? Refresh name. Show
The skeleton appears to be female.
There's a man in the photo with the girl, Operator
really?
Tanner. Getting an ID on him could help us find her identity too.
Jenkins. Ah! I'm so smart.
Jenkins. That name rings a bell, Operator. Check the other cases for anything possibly related to him.
Oh!
Maybe there's a clue in there tied to the girl.
Henry Jenkins is the guy that got shot. So Henry Jenkins and this guy are the same people, right?
How did you find this, Tanner? Just when you think this case can't get any weirder, that's exactly what it does. But I need concrete proof it's her. Got anything else in your bag of tricks? I'll be damned. 9 years old, Tanner. Breaks your goddamn heart. What the hell is going on out here? And what's a connection to Connie? Okay, the examiner has just finished processing the second body I was telling you about. The one in the advanced state of decay. Let's see here. Adult male, early 60s. Ah, they got an ID on him. Quentin Spence. Want to see if that name is on your magical list too?
On list? I've already found him though.
So there's definitely a link. I see some of the names have been crossed out. Can you figure out what that business means?
That's dead. It means they're dead.
We know 3 people on this list so far. Connie Moore, Gabby Bruce, and Quentin Spence.
They're all
Connie's name is circled, but the other 2 are crossed out. If I were you, operator, I would check the database to see if I can find a pattern there.
Looks to be about 100 names like that. That number matches the stones. God damn. And if I was a gambling man, I'd say the circled persons are still alive. Like our Connie. There's something else about Spence, Tanner. They found him buried in a lab coat with some, you're never gonna guess, floppy disk sewn into one of the pockets. Remember what I said about this case getting weirder and weirder? Now the second disk password protected. Open that second floppy disk and give me an address tied to Spence. Something I can look into. I'm getting a little restless with you doing all the work. The operator program.
I'm getting kind of restless that you're doing
I'm
this.
sending everything your way.
Like, holy crap, can you do something?
There you go.
Autopsy report of a male, approximately late 50s, early 60s. Initial observations show no sign of trauma or blunt force injury, similar to the first remains found. The decedent appears to be wearing some kind of lab coat. Starting the external examination now. Excellent dentition. The decedent is wearing some kind of badge. Let me put this to the side. Abdomen seems healthy, with no signs of trauma or injuries. The lab coat seems to contain a hidden pocket. There's something inside. It's sewn shut. I'll open this with my scalpel. There. There appear to be 2 floppy disks inside the pocket. Strange. In my estimate, the body has been buried for approximately 2 to 3 months, based on the level of decomposition. At this point, the cause of death is uncertain. Further testing and analysis is needed, including toxicology reports, before I can provide a conclusive determination.
Determination? Sorry. Hold up, this music kind of bad. No! Don't tell them my music taste. Stop! Let me move it. Alright. I'm gonna play Undertale song. I love Undertale. Good enough.
The symbols and file names written on the second floppy disk look to be there for a reason, Tanner. I suggest checking those 2 files for clues about the password. Focusing on the symbols. Maybe keep those 2 files open and see if you can do something with them. The key and lock icons, operator. They must be important. I suggest you combine them to reproduce the schematics on the second floppy disk. My hunch is that the content is not very important. Just the part with the icons in the two files mentioned, FMP 1138 and Res 2.
How was I supposed to get that before? Wait, no.
I'll let it go to your operator head, but that was actually somewhat impressive, Tanner. The address you sent, it's not far from here. I'll check it out first thing in the morning. Tonight, I think I'll help the team exhume the rest of these bodies. Screw the suit. God help us, Tanner. God help every single one of us.
I'm on the list as well, aren't I?
He's going to expose us all if you don't rein him in. Yes, his shift is over. Yes. All right. Yeah, fine. We'll talk later. Bye.
Chat, did I miss lore? Chat, did I miss lore? Oh, it's cold.
Morning, Evan. Okay. About yesterday. This business, the cold mines. Sorry if I came down on you a little hard, buddy. It's just that I know you have what it takes to rise this place up. Become a supervisor. Hell, maybe even replace me one day. But I can't protect you if you start poking around in the wrong places. Okay?
It's been an hour. I think we'll continue next time. Yeah. Oh. Thank you for watching all the way through. If you... Oh, shit. If you made it this far, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, hopefully. I post not very often, but... Okay. Yeah, bye!